Hello friends, it is time for a pregnancy update. If you're new here, my name is Lauren. My husband Mark and I live right outside of Anchorage, Alaska with our 4 boys. This past year we decided it was time to add to our family, and we recently discovered that we are pregnant with twins. Still can barely wrap my mind around the fact that there are twins growing inside of me. If you want to know all about how we found out about the twins and things like that, I already filmed one video before, but this is just to update where we are at so far. When I filmed the first video, I had found out at my 8-week appointment that we were having twins, and I just could not believe it. Our youngest son is 6 years old, so it's kind of fun to think about the fact that there will be 2 at the end that will have each other to grow up with, since there is such a large age gap. At our first appointment, my doctor was very concerned that the twins were sharing everything, that they were sharing an amniotic sac and the placenta, that would make them identical twins. But that is very, very high risk. And she was afraid that that was what she was seeing in that first 8-week ultrasound. So she had me make an appointment for 3 weeks later to come back and have an official ultrasound. In those 3 weeks, I did a lot of research on twins to wrap my mind around what might be happening, what my future might look like. And let me just explain something really quick, because this will make everything make more sense. So there are different types of twins. There are fraternal twins, which are 2 eggs fertilized by 2 sperm. Those do happen genetically. It runs through the mother's line. It's a genetic thing where you release 2 eggs and 2 eggs get fertilized. So if people have fraternal twins, it can be that they had this genetic predisposition to have twins. They can be 2 boys, 2 girls, or a boy and a girl, and they are just pretty much siblings in the womb. Now, fraternal twins also often happen when people are on fertility medication, because they are given medication that makes them release more than 1 egg, or they put more than 1 egg and sperm into them, kind of thing. Now, they call those di-di twins, because they each have their own sac and they each have their own placenta. They're just 2 separate babies growing in the same womb. Now, if you have spontaneous twins, if you have identical twins, it is completely random, completely spontaneous. There are no genetics involved, so you don't pass this on to anybody. I didn't get it. We don't have any twins in our family. This is just a random occurrence. So the egg at some point within the 12 days of implanting into the uterine wall decided to split. And that is why it makes them identical, because there's just 1 egg and 1 sperm. And some point in those first couple days, something happened that made them decide to split. Now, after that, you still have 2 different types of twins within this category. The first set is they reference as mo twins. There's really long words, and what it means is 1 placenta, 1 amniotic sac. Mo meaning it's like mono amniotic, mono. Anyway, they're these big long words. I will put a picture of what I'm talking about here. So what that means, if it's a mo twin, is that they share everything. They share the placenta, they share the amniotic sac, and it is extremely high risk because those 2 babies can get wrapped up in each other, their umbilical cords. And a lot of other things can happen. It usually means bed rest in the hospital around 20 weeks. Delivery, they try and push delivery to around 30 weeks. Very high risk, lots of problems. And my doctor was afraid that's what we had. But a lot of the placenta and things do not develop fully until 10 to 12 weeks. So she's like, please come back at 11 weeks. The third type of twins is mo-di. And mo-di means 1 placenta, 2 amniotic sacs. And that is what we have been praying for ever since that 8-week appointment, was that we knew that they were most likely identical, but that they would have their own amniotic sac, because your risk goes down significantly with this type of twins. So I just did a lot of researching, and you can bet I was a little bit scared, because the doctor had thought that they were in the sac together, And I knew that we would be strengthened through whatever happened, but I was praying that they would develop their own sacs. So this week we had our 11-week appointment, and we went in and had an official ultrasound with the ultrasound guy. And it was not just to see if they were in the same sac. It was to measure them. It was to measure different things for genetic markers, for Down syndrome and things like that. And it was a very long ultrasound. Having 2 babies in there, I didn't realize how much more time that would take, because like they're just both squeezed in there so tightly that making sure you were getting baby A and then baby B, it took a long time. And he was having to like really knead that ultrasound wand deep, because he wanted to get one measurement on the back of the baby's neck. And it took him like 25 minutes for baby A to get that one measurement. Everything else he was able to get just fine, but that one measurement, he was really struggling. And so that was a little bit painful. And then he moved on to baby B. And luckily he got that same back neck measurement in like 30 seconds. So I was very grateful that that was much quicker. And then like 50 minutes into this ultrasound, I finally see a shot where he stops it, and you see a dividing line between the 2 babies, and my heart just was like, is this the moment? And then he put little arrows along the line, and I'm like, before that, I felt like the babies were like on top of each other. I'm like, okay, I'm just preparing myself. They're in the same sac. And then he switched the angle, and I was very hopeful that that meant that they had their own sacs. And your ultrasound tech cannot tell you things. He could probably tell us if he had seen the gender. It was too early to see the gender, but he couldn't tell us anything else. So Mark kept asking questions. I'm like, he can't answer you. We have to wait and talk to the doctor afterwards. So at that point, I was just really ready to use the bathroom after being, my stomach was being pushed on for the last hour, and you have to come with a full bladder. So I felt a little bit of a release, but I hadn't talked to the doctor yet. So I wasn't fully confident in what I had seen up on the screen. So we waited in the waiting room for a little while, went to the bathroom, things like that. And then our doctor came in and gave us the news that our twins are Mo-Dai twins, meaning they have their own sacs. Oh, hallelujah. I just was so grateful. You could just tell she's like, this is now a completely different appointment. Like, I was going to be talking to you about high-risk doctors, about possibilities of like being admitted to the hospital if things went wrong, and like ultrasounds every week. And now we just get to move forward as if this is just a normal pregnancy with a couple extra appointments thrown in. Now, if somewhere down the line something is to happen that makes us concerned, like one thing that can happen is because they are sharing a placenta, one baby can get more nutrients and one can get less. So one can start getting really big and the other one is really small. That is still something that could happen. If they saw something like that, then I would need to go to a twin neonatal specialist. But otherwise, hopefully my body will just know what to do and keep helping these 2 babies grow. Right now they were measuring right on when we were at the appointment. They both measured like 11 weeks, 5 days. They both had really strong heartbeats, very fast heartbeats at this point, like 170 and 180. There's lots of old wives' tales that say what the heart rate is, but I feel like you read enough, they all contradict each other. So at the same appointment, I did get blood work done that just tracks genetic markers for certain abnormalities, but it also tells you the gender. And because they are identical, we can get a gender test. If they were fraternal and you got a gender test with the blood work and they happen to be a boy and a girl, it would just say boy, because I guess that trumps everything in the blood, the boy chromosome. So if they are two girls, we will know they are two girls. If it's a boy, we will know they are two boys. And that information should be coming in the next 4 or 5 days. After I talked to my sister and said, hey, I got the blood work done, that can tell us the gender, she immediately came back and said, oh, I want to do a gender reveal, which we have never done anything like that before. But these are the last two babies probably in our family. So, you know, before grandbabies, great grandbabies continue to be born. My parents already have 2 great grandbabies, but, and it's twins, and it's been so long since any of us celebrated having a baby. It kind of feels fun to do something extra special. So my sister is actually the one that is going to get the phone call to know what the gender is. And I will probably be sharing that here at the end of this video, because by the time I edit this, we will probably know whether we have boys or girls. So it was a big appointment this week. I feel still worried. It's still a lot. Like anytime I think about the fact that I am growing 2 human beings inside of me, like it feels crazy. I continue to be extremely tired. Like I need to go take a nap right now. Got home from church, had some lunch, and now I'm ready for a power nap in the afternoon because I just can't make it through the day very often without a nap lately. And that's okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I give myself time to rest, because once the babies are here, there will not be time to rest. Not be as much time to rest, but you know, having 4 kids and keeping track of all that and dinner and keeping the household running, it's a lot of work. So being pregnant with twins on top of that is just a new thing that we're having to figure out. But I do feel grateful. We've started to tell friends because now that we just kind of know more information. At first it just felt like a lot because we didn't have answers to our questions about whether or not they had their own sacs. So that is where we are at. Everybody's prediction at this point is that they are both girls. We will see. We will see. I will update you hopefully at the end of this video and show the big reveal when we all find out together. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. And for now, we're just praying for healthy babies that continue to grow evenly. And yeah, we're really excited. Oh, and Everett's in the next room and said, and that they be girls. He really wants baby sisters. We'll see. All right, friends, today is the day of our gender reveal party. Just in case you didn't realize, the twins are identical. So we're just doing one gender reveal to find out what the twins are. It's been kind of a crazy week to get here. I took a blood test 2 weeks ago to find out the gender. I got an email Monday morning saying the results were in, and I thought, oh, okay, like they should call us and let us know the results. By Wednesday, they still hadn't called. So I created an account and sent my sister the password login so she could get in and check the gender results. And when she did that, it said test not completed. Test not completed, test not completed, like in all these different spots. So she calls me, she's like, it said the test was done wrong. What are we gonna do? And by this point in the evening on Wednesday night, my doctor's office was closed. So first thing, Thursday morning, I called the doctor's office, left a message with the nurse's hotline and said, hey, we got these test results. We're trying to figure out the gender of the baby, but it said test not performed. Can you please call me back? About 2 hours later, a nurse called me and said, okay, something was entered wrong because it's the twins. Something was done wrong, so we are sending it off and we will get you the results. And they got us the results. She emailed them to me. I did not open them. Hardest thing to do to not open that email. Forwarded it to my sister. She has been in charge of this gender reveal. You will be blown away by what she's put together. It's going to be so much fun. Everybody right now at this point is team girl. But in all honesty, boys or girls. We're just really feeling very lucky and blessed to have these babies joining our family. So we will be happy either one, but I just cannot wait. Now the boys are all wearing blue shirts. It's not because they're team boy. It's because they are boys. We just wanted kind of a cohesive look. I'm in just white, and then we are going to do some cannons. We're going to have a family meal, and we're just going to celebrate these babies.
So you guys are gonna do, it's gonna be 3, 2, 1, and then twist, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Well, friends, that was so incredible. Luna's here talking. Do you need to say hello? Do you need to say hello? Luna is going to be a big sister to 2 baby girls. I can hardly believe it. That gender reveal, there were just so many emotions. I was crying. Mark was all tearing up. Family that was there was crying. We were just all so overwhelmed. It was very, very hard to just let my sister know and not find out. I had the email sitting in my inbox for 4 or 5 days telling the gender of the babies, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, not looking at that email. The day was just wonderful. I just tried to soak it all in and wrap my mind around the fact that we are going to have 2 little baby girls to finish out our family and just feel so blessed. Mark and I were sitting talking that night afterwards, after we'd put all the kids to bed. You know, all the craziness was over, all the excitement, and we just felt so blessed. Like, Mark and I both would have been happy with boys or girls. We didn't have our hearts completely set on either, because we just know that God was going to send us what we needed for our family. But it just felt really, really special to find out about the girls and to do it with family. We've never done anything big like that, and it was just really, really beautiful and emotional, way more emotional than I thought it was going to be. So, as I'm concluding this video, I am just about 14 weeks pregnant. So I am entering the second trimester. I feel blessed that we've made it this far, just with nausea and some being extremely tired. Those are my main symptoms. So at this point, we've been able to tell all of our family, all of our close friends, like face to face. That's why I feel comfortable sharing it on the internet now. Oh, the kids are in school. I do have to tell you, the day after the gender reveal, it's been 2 days now, I completely crashed. I woke up with a headache. I was more nauseous than I had been the entire time. I just felt awful. And I was so grateful. I felt so good on the day of the gender reveal. I think that adrenaline and the buildup and the like excitement, the whole week leading up to that gender reveal, my body just like was like, okay, it's done. And just, I needed to sleep. I needed to rest. Yeah, I was kind of a mess the next day, but I'm feeling great again now. And then yesterday, Mark told his coworkers at work, and to end this video, I will show you the beautiful thing that they sent, which just makes it feel real. We're starting to get things in twos, like 2 onesies at a time or 2 balloons because it's twins. And every time something comes or I'm given something, it just like hits me like, oh yeah, there are 2 babies growing inside of me. I know I'm gonna feel that way even when those 2 babies are sitting in front of me in the hospital. I'm still gonna feel that way because it's just a miracle, and it's amazing and overwhelming and all of the things, but most of all, it's just a big blessing. So let me show you these beautiful flowers and gift that came from Mark's work. I wish you could smell these flowers, but they smell absolutely amazing. And they're pink. There's never been so much pink in this house. And then these adorable little bears, super soft, with "It's a girl" and "It's a girl." The guy came yesterday to deliver these, and I just like immediately started to kind of tear up, and he's like, 2 girls? Why are there 2 balloons? I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant with twins. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Yes, is it? Things have been kind of different, huh, Luna? Well, friends, I'm excited to take you on this journey with us. Leave your questions down in the comments, and I will do some sort of follow-up video every couple of weeks, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're gonna share with this pregnancy. That's not what this channel is about, but I'm sure you have some questions. So feel free to leave those in the comments, and I will answer what I can as we progress through this twin pregnancy. We love you, we're grateful for you, and we will see you again real soon for more of This Alaska Life. Oh, Luna. Yeah, you will need to be part of the video, huh? Just in case you were worried about those lilies for Luna, because lilies can be very dangerous for cats. After I took that last video and took a picture of the beautiful arrangement, I got rid of all the lilies so that this would be safe for Luna. But she's pretty much left it alone, but we just wanted to be safe. It still looks beautiful.